My name is Danielle, and this happened almost 2 years ago in Charlotte, North Carolina, when I was 26. My younger sister, Emily, was 22 at the time, living about 10 minutes away from me in her own apartment while finishing her last year of nursing school. We talked constantly, knew each other's schedules almost by instinct. I lived alone, worked a normal 9 to 5, had a quiet, unremarkable routine. Dinner, some TV, in bed by 11. It was a Tuesday night in early spring when my phone rang at 3:17 in the morning. I remember the exact time because it woke me instantly, and I glanced at the clock before I even looked at the screen. It was Emily's number. My heart jumped the way it does when a late-night call comes from someone you love. I answered right away, already sitting up, already saying her name. "Emily? Are you okay?" There was a pause, not silence but breathing, slow and even, with a faint static-like noise underneath. Then a voice said my name. It was Emily's voice, unmistakably hers. Same pitch, same slight rasp. Danielle. Nothing else. I asked again if she was okay. Another long pause, then in that same familiar voice, "I'm outside." The call ended. Not dropped, just ended, like a button had been pressed. I called back immediately, straight to voicemail. I texted her, no response. I sat in bed debating whether to drive over before deciding I was probably overreacting. That she'd butt-dialed me half asleep, that "I'm outside" meant something mundane I was misreading through my own grogginess. The next morning, she answered normally, sounding fine, confused by my questions. She said she'd been asleep since 11 p.m. and hadn't touched her phone. Her call log confirmed it. No outgoing call to me at 3:17 a.m. As far as her phone was concerned, that call never happened, but it was still sitting in my own call history. Incoming, her number, 58 seconds. We laughed it off as a carrier glitch and moved on. I didn't think about it again for almost 3 weeks. Then it happened again. Same time, almost to the minute, 3:19 a.m., 2 minutes off. Same number, same breathing, same static. Her voice again. Danielle. Then, after a pause, "I'm outside." The call ended the same abrupt way. Quiet. This time I got up and looked out my window at the empty street below. A couple of parked cars, a flickering streetlight. No one there. I called her back. Voicemail. Texted her. Nothing. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. The next morning, Emily again confirmed she'd been asleep, had no idea what I was talking about. But when I described the specific way the voice paused before saying my name, almost like it was being pieced together, she went quiet. Pause. She said a friend of hers in the same building, a nursing student named Alyssa, had mentioned something similar happening to her boyfriend a few weeks earlier. Calls from her number at odd hours that she had no memory of making. Pause. Neither of us wanted to think too hard about what that meant. The third and final time it happened, about 5 weeks after the first call. My college roommate Priya was staying with me for a work conference, and I asked her to be awake with me. Around 3 a.m., we sat in my living room, lights on, waiting. At 3:17 a.m. exactly, my phone rang. Emily's number. I put it on speaker. Pause. Same breathing, same faint static. Then the voice said my name. Then Priya's. A sharp pause. A name it had no way of knowing. Priya wasn't in Emily's contacts, and Emily didn't even know she was staying with me that week. Whisper. Priya went pale, gripping the arm of the couch. Then flat and familiar. "I'm outside." The call ended. We got up and looked out the window together. Nothing. Empty street. Same flickering streetlight. No one on the sidewalk. That was the last time it happened. It's been almost 2 years now, and my phone hasn't rang like that again. Emily and I still talk regularly, still close as ever, and neither of us has ever brought up a satisfying explanation for those 3 nights. Pause. Priya still won't stay over without checking that my location settings are on, though neither of us has ever said exactly why. Pause. Some nights, when it gets close to 3:17, I find myself glancing at my phone without meaning to, just to see if it's still quiet.